Lesson 3-7, seventh graders, on the metric system. So this is a system of measurement that you use a lot in science class, or if you travel around the world, the rest of the world uses this system of measurement, measuring length in meters, kilometers, centimeters. If you ran, raise your hand if you ran a 5K this weekend. Nobody in here? Did you run a 5K?
No, I was thinking about it.
Oh, okay. Well, a 5K is 5 kilometers. Okay? That's a system of metric measurement for length. And it's 3.2 miles. 3.2 miles. Or no, I'm sorry, 3.1. It's 3.1 miles. 6.2 is what 10. So that's a system of metric measurement. All right?
Stop. Just please stop.
Be quiet now and don't talk while I'm talking.
Give that.
Meters is used for measuring length. Liters are used in capacity, so volume. All right, and you're probably most familiar with liters of pop, and liters of Monster, and liters of whatever you're drinking. Monster drink? Energy drink?
No, it's
Vodka.
Red Bull.
It's a Monster one.
Red Bull is good.
All right.
So we are. I
love
vodka.
But liters, a liter is about the size of a large water bottle. It's about a liter. Okay? And most things are either in liters or in milliliters. All right? Generally, volume is either measured in liters or milliliters. Okay? If you're really specifically working in science, you might deal with kiloliters or centiliters or other units, but generally you're going to be talking about either liters or milliliters. A milliliter is only about 3 drops, so it's very, very small. Okay? And then grams is the weight or mass of something. If something is measured in grams, 1 gram is about the weight or mass of 1 paper clip. All right? So grams are very, very small. And generally, a kilogram is about 2.2 pounds. A pound is about the weight of probably your binder. Okay. A pound, a can of pop is about a pound. Okay? And kilograms are a little bit more than a pound, about 2.2 pounds. Okay? Grams, about the weight of a paper clip. Milligrams, about 1 grain of sand are milligrams. All right? Now, you're probably familiar with those. This is a review for you. You've worked with these measurements before. What you maybe haven't done as much of is converting in this system. And this chart might help you with converting. Some of you might just be able to memorize and know what to multiply without looking at the chart. Here's how the chart works. Okay? Let's say that you're given an amount in milligrams or meters, let's say. Okay? A meter is about the length of a yard. It's about this long. And you're given, let's say it's 2.4 meters, and you need to know how many centimeters that is. So what you would do is you'd find meters on the chart, and then find the arrow that goes to centimeters. So from meters to centimeters, you follow this arrow, and it tells you what to do with the number. it tells you to multiply by 100 to get to centimeters. So then you would multiply that number times 100, and you would have the same amount, but converted to the centimeter label. Okay? If you were given an amount in centimeters, you would find that on the chart. And then to convert it to meters, you find the arrow that points to meters, which is the unit. And that arrow, along that arrow is divide by 100. So then you would take the number that you're given and divide it by 100. Okay? That's how this chart works. From liters to milliliters. If you're given something is 0.5 liters, how many milliliters is that? You would find liters on the chart, and then find the arrow that goes to milliliters, and that says to multiply by 1,000. So you take the number and multiply it by 1,000. Okay? You just follow the arrow wherever it points to, and then do what the arrow tells you. Darius?
Wait, so for the grams, is it? Yeah.
Yep, grams is a unit. It's the
You had
right in the middle.
times that times 100 for centimeters, right?
From grams, you would go to milligrams, and so you'd actually have to go 2 arrows. There are, if you're starting at grams, in order to get from grams to milligrams, you would either go to centigrams, which is times by 100, and then milligrams, which is times by 10. Or you could follow the blue arrow, because that also applies to grams. Follow the blue arrow all the way from grams to milligrams, and that's to multiply by 1,000. Okay? So that's a little bit how to use this chart. Any questions on this? All right, let's go. Oh, Roy.
So you have to highlight those M, L, and G.
These are the labels. You have to know these. That M means meters, G means grams, L means liters. Alex, sit down.
But do you have to highlight them?
You have to highlight them?
Yeah, clear it up.
Oh, yeah. Yep. All right, next page. Here's some examples. Let's say that we are given 6.9 liters, and use your chart and find how to get from liters to milliliters. The chart on the previous page, or the diagrams. To get from liters to milliliters, since 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters, we would multiply by 1,000. Okay? Or, remember that 1,000 is also 10 to the 3rd power. So whenever you're multiplying or dividing in the metric system, one of the nice things about it is that you just have to move the decimal place in order to convert it. Let's say that we want to multiply this by 1,000. Since 1,000 is 10 to the 3rd power, we know to move this decimal point 3 places to the right. So from 6.9, we move it over 3 places to the right, we add 2 zeros, and you have the answer. Without even multiplying on your calculator, you can quickly move the decimal point and get the answer. So it's 6,900 milliliters. Okay? If you are multiplying by 1,000 or multiplying by 10 to the 3rd power, then you're moving the decimal place always to the right because the number is going to get bigger. If you're dividing by 1,000, you're always going to move the decimal place to the left. because the number's going to get smaller.
Wait, are we
Look at this
copying
one, from centimeters to millimeters. If you're given 5.62 centimeters and asked how many millimeters is that, on your diagram you can see that it goes times 10. And so we would need to move the decimal place just one place to the right. So 5.62 centimeters times 10 is 56.2 millimeters.
Yeah.
Okay? Any questions on multiplying or dividing by powers of 10? Do you remember how to do that? So that's what you're going to be doing today. Take a look at this first page of your assignment. Number 1. See if you can figure out number 1. 6.9 liters equals how many milliliters? Do number 1. How would you find number 1? Cole? How would you do number 1? .9 liters. If you go from liters to milliliters,
We'll go back like
liters, this is the L. So we're starting at 6.9 liters. How many milliliters is that? What would we do to convert from liters to milliliters? Times it by 1,000? Yep. Times it by 1,000. 1,000 is 10 to the third power. So we move the decimal place 3 places to the right. And that's 6,900 milliliters. Yeah, we did. I was checking to see if you remembered it. Number 3, let's go down the row. Or down the column, I guess. Meters to kilometers. We're going to divide, yep, because meters is a smaller unit. We're going to change it to a bigger unit. So the number's going to get smaller.
Divide by 1,000.
Kilo means 1,000. So 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters.
Divide by
Daria?
1,000.
Divide it by 1,000. Yep. Which is 10 to the third power. We're going to move the decimal place from a whole number. We're going to move it to the left 3 places. 5.346. Centimeters to meters. How many cents are in a dollar?
100.
Yeah. Yep. C-E-N-T, cent and centi, they mean the same thing. 100th of 1. All right? So, 890 centimeters equals how many meters?
Divide by
Divide by 100. Good. Or 890 cents is how many dollars? The numbers are the same. $8.90. So it's 8.90, or just 8.9 would be okay. liters to milliliters. Again, that milli means 1,000 of, or actually 1,000th of,
Yeah.
so it's much, much smaller. From liters to milliliters. Think about where that is on the diagram. That was all the way over on the right. So how would we convert that, Max? Times 1,000 again. It's the same as going from liters to milliliters at the top. So move the decimal place 3 places to the right. 9,400. Kilometers to meters. Roy?
Divide by 1,000.
Wait, we're going from something big to something small. Is the number going to get smaller or bigger? Bigger, yep. So we'd have to not divide, but
Multiply.
multiply it by 1,000. Good. So we move it 3 places to the right. Number 11, liters to milliliters. Multiply it by, Alex, 1,000. So it's 37,000. Makes sense, right? 37,000 milliliters in 37 liters, yeah. 797 millimeters to meters now. Now we're going the other way. Divide it by, what, 1,000. So we're going to move the decimal place to the left 3 places. Number 15. Milligrams to grams is the same as going from millimeters to meters. Do the same thing. Divide by 1,000. From centimeters to kilometers. Now, centimeters was all the way over to the right, and then we had to divide it by 100 to get to meters, and then from meters to kilometers, we had to divide it by 1,000. So we've got 10 to the 2nd power, 10 to the 3rd power, it's 10 to the 5th power. So we'd have to divide it by 10 to the 5th power, or move the decimal place 5 places to the left. Zero point 0.0986. On the back side. Okay. Write the metric unit that makes the statement true. So we're just going to fill in the label. 7.84 centimeters equals 78.4 what? Yeah, the number got bigger, so it has to be a smaller unit. Let's do this one. 2.8 meters equals 280 what? Well, this is
Centimeters.
2 places to get the 0, right? So yeah, centimeters. Number 5, 3.4 centimeters to meters. What do we do here? Look at that one. This is what?
Divide by 100.
Not divide. The unit is getting smaller, so we have to times.
Centimeters?
Yep.
Oh,
So
yeah.
centimeters to millimeters.
Multiply by 10.
10. Liters to milliliters. Again, the unit's getting smaller, so we multiply by 1,000. Number 9, last one. Grams to kilograms.
Divide by 1,000.
Yeah, divide by 1,000. Kilo means 1,000 grams, so if we divide it.
Really?
All right, your assignment is 2 through 10 on this side, and then 11 through 18. 2 through 10, finish the practice worksheet, okay?
Wait,
You don't have to go back and do the reteaching. Finish the practice worksheet.
Very good.